List method. How to create an indicator variable for continuous or categorical variables. For additional insights in the use of cohorts to evaluate the quality of accountable healthcare, please read Riddles in Accountable Healthcare by Eran Bellin, available at Amazon.com either as paperback or in Kindle form. Often when you're looking at a problem, you want to know whether an event happened or didn't happen. You want to create what's called an indicator variable, 0 or 1. You've seen this before, actually. When we did our analysis of the gadafloxacin patients, we wanted to know whether they did or did not have diabetes in the preceding 2 years. So we had created an analysis definition that looked to see whether there was in fact diabetes in the previous 2 years. Let's take a look at that analysis definition and remind ourselves of what we had done. We had created an analysis definition that said latest diabetes in the previous 2 years, where the definition of ADA diabetes was the presence of a hemoglobin A1C greater than or equal to 6.5 in the 0 to 730 days before the cohort collection date. Let's take a look at that again. Latest the event was a lab test, hemoglobin A1C, greater than or equal to 6.5. Zero to 730 days before the cohort collection date. And if you use this AD, it would find the last value of hemoglobin A1C that was in fact greater than or equal to 6.5. Let's actually use it and remind ourselves of how this served as an indicator variable. So here we have our pneumonia patients, our male pneumonia patients, originally selected for discharge, but the event endpoint was used as admission. So it's the index date of admission for male pneumonia patients 2010. And here we have female pneumonia patients in 2010. Let's add a new method. Let's call this new method a list method. And call it isDiabetic. Let's get rid of everything. Let's use the advanced method. Let's use that analysis definition we looked at before, that looked at the latest hemoglobin A1C greater than or equal to 6.5. We have the lab test value, the lab test type. It's a singularity because we asked for the latest. And we'll bring over count. Let's remind ourselves that the AD was latest. So when you have a latest or earliest, which is a singularity, a count will either be 0 or 1. If there was a hemoglobin A1C greater than 6.5, it'll be 1. If there wasn't, this count variable will be 0. Let's run the method. And here you have the results. Notice all zeros until we get to someone with a hemoglobin A1C greater than or equal to 6.5. Here's the date. Here's the test. Here's the value. But if we focus only on the count, we have an indicator variable. Let's add another method. And let's call this method, again, list method. It originated from SNF, which is a skilled nursing facility. Go to the advanced method, and now we have to build the notion of a nursing home. It's going to be the latest. We're going to add a within statement, admission, 0 to 1 day before inpatient admit from nursing home. Add condition. Admit referral agency. And I have a set that's called SNF Weston. Which includes a long list of nursing homes. So it's looking for an admission from a nursing home. By choosing to look for an admission from a nursing home, 0 to 1 day, making it the latest one, we're actually tricking Looking Glass to tell us about this admission. Since we are looking at a cohort of admissions, the latest admission 0 to 1 day before this admission is this admission. So we're actually asking the question whether this admission came from a nursing home. So I call my AD, is this a SNF admission? I eliminate everything except for the admit referral agency, the count, which 01 says it was or was not from a nursing home, and we're ready to run. And here you have it, an indicator variable, the name of the nursing home, and by using the AD, looking for the most proximal admission from a nursing home, but constraining it to be 0 to 1 days, before this admission, I'm basically choosing this admission and establishing whether this admission does or does not come from a nursing home. You now know how to build an indicator variable for use in logistic regression modeling or cross tabulations.